And again, we are getting a good run on both of them, but where to go? Is there enough space to put a third car alongside? Welcome to round 6 of the IMSA SportsCarChampionship in Automobilista 2, where we head north of the border to Bowmanville, Ontario in Canada to race at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. The GTPs are on summer holiday for this one, as this time the field will be headed by the LMP2 class, while there is no such thing as a break for the GTD classes, which will be both in full force again for this one. Let's head straight to the formation lab to take a look at the starting grid. Welcome to the formation lab, which again will be a rather short one on this track. So let's immediately look at the starting grid of the GT3 cars, and you see there, as it was in real life with Rexy, we start from P10, all GT3 cars considered. Quite the interesting starting grid. Matteo Cressoni in the second Iron Lynx Lamborghini starting ahead of us. They had a horrid season so far. Maybe this is a chance for them to get this right. The starting position may not look too good for Rexy, but in real life they still finished in third on the GTD Pro podium. I am not setting myself this as a goal, although I think it would be quite a good one. But after the last 3 races, I think I need to be a bit more humble, even after winning the last 2 of them. There was a lot of luck involved there as well. Yeah. I am going for the target of just not spinning it. I announced this at Watkins Glen, and I am keeping it like that because it should really be that way. Oh, what's going on? Nicky Katzberg was almost overtaking Madison Snow there. In terms of strategy, I am going for a similar sort of strategy we used at Laguna Seca. So putting a bit less fuel in for the first stint, hopefully to make up some ground. As we are now going green at Mosport. And this time we cannot move up a position right from the start. At this very nice old school flowy racetrack. Not that much known today. No, not that well known, to put it right. This track. But it has a lot of heritage. This is where originally the Canadian Grand Prix in Formula 1 took place until 1977. For 78, they moved to Montreal, where the race still is today. And nowadays, the IMSA SportsCarChampionship is actually the biggest series that still comes here. And even they have pulled the GTP class off for the 2024 edition, which made a lot of, especially Canadian fans, unhappy, and I do get that, because they were able to race there before. Now the highest class here is the LMP2, as already announced. Bit of a shame, but maybe one day they will come back. I hope IMSA listens to their fans in Canada. Their only international race. So it would be nice to still see the GTP cars here. But as I said, it's a very nice racetrack. Old school, good flow, and there is elevation, which is always a good thing. This bit here is a bit awkward, I admit it. But let's talk less about the check and more about what we're actually doing, because what we're doing is being stuck behind Matteo Cristoni. Now Madison Snow is going for a move on the long, somewhat straight. It's not the biggest braking zone though into the next corner. Madison Snow made it stick. And we should try to follow him quickly, because we can already see the cars ahead of this quartet here. They are getting away already. And my strategy, again, is supposed to help me early in the race, because I will need to stop before them and then they can run with a lighter car. So the final stint may be a bit tricky to make up some ground there. The idea is to do all of this now. Now Nicky Ketzberg is going for a move on Cristoni and he pulls it off. Very well done. Ooh. I was trying to find a bit of a gap there. Didn't work though. But now we are getting quite the good run, but so is Cristoni and Ketzberg again. This is where Snow did it. Do I dare to try the same? Not quite. Trying to get the power down early to try anything into turn 1. Well, they're getting very close to the inside wall there. Now hang on, there might be an opportunity. Not really. Come on. Let's make this happen. Oh, we can't make it happen. Oh, what's Ketzberg doing? Again, he does the same as he did the lap before. Now the roles are reversed. He's on the inside for the next one. And again, we are getting a good run on both of them, but where to go? Is there enough space to put a third car alongside? Oh dear, very close to the grass. Ketzberg. Oh, that could have been brilliant. But that almost was the spin I tried to avoid so hard for this one. It's not going to plan so far. Come on, surely now, surely now. Yes. Okay. Finally. I feel like the next corner is the only proper overtaking opportunity that we have on this track. The thing is, we need to get on his outside to then be on the inside for the heavy braking zone, as demonstrated here. Wow, right on cue. I've tried this a couple of laps, the last couple of laps, but it never worked. And now, as soon as I talk about it, I get the car alongside and past Cristoni. Finally! I feel like I'm just not really quick on the straight. Okay, maybe it's a bit easier to get past an isolated car, which for the first time we have ahead of us. The sole BMW in GTD Pro is the sole car we're battling on track now. And again, there is the corner where we need to get it done. Take a wider line down the hill here, later on the brakes. Ooh, Madison Snow slams the door in our face. It's game on. Sometimes we got moves done courtesy of traffic. Maybe this could be another one of those instances. Yes, it is. Snow gave a bit too much way there to the LMP2. Oh, that is some trouble now. Goldberg and Andretti in a battle of their own. There's no way for the LMP2s to get by now when they're running alongside. This is proper chaos now. Oh dear. Maybe again there is an opportunity. Yes, Andretti is very slow there. There is actually Jordan Pepper now. Oh. Lots of chaos. And it's still not over. Again, Jordan Pepper not looking too quick today. Oh, better exit than Andretti. Past the GTD we go. Now more LMP2 traffic. I think there even is Spike, our AO Racing teammate in there. Yep, there he goes. Oh dear. This is even more chaotic than with the GTPs we usually have as the lead class. Oh, and Jetty's getting back at us. Come on. If we get this move done now, that could be huge for our championship ambitions. But also, now with a 90-point lead, I don't want to take that many risks. Pepper going for a move past the Winward Racing Mercedes. Is not in the same class as we are. That would have been important to follow him past the Mercedes. Instead I run wide at the exit of the final corner. Oh, this is a new spot on track. And it works, and again there are some LMP2s. Well, they have just pitted for fuel for the first time. I move past Ellis. Let's try and let him through. And then see if we can use a bit of LMP2 slipstream. Oh, damn it. Immediately that slipstream goes to Jordan Pepper. Oh, who weaves across the road there. Dude. Oh, brakes in the middle of the corner. Oh, This is close to intentional blocking now. Oh. Wow. Almost looks like he's fighting the LMP2 there. More blue flags of LMP2s coming out of the pits. We get a much better exit. Oh, we're very early where we want to be for that corner. And that is moved on. And actually, not just moved on, we are up to the podium, aren't we? Misha Goikberg is a GTD car, so only the GTD Pros considered. We are third now. Great. Same time though. Just 11.5 liters of fuel once we cross the line. I think. How many laps are there still in the car as I run wide? Oh. I need to check. Once I get close to the finish line again. But I may have to stop already. Yeah, I'm gonna pit this lap. Oh, I missed it. Crap. The good thing is, I should still be fine with one more. But I missed the pit entry. That was embarrassing. So, in for the stop we are now. And out we go. Again, the tires are very cold. It will probably take a lap. Now in Formula 1 terms, you could say we were in the perfect window for an undercut to the top two GTD Pros. The tires are very, very cold. Very, very cold. And so were the brakes. Oh, I have to take it slower than I imagined. Okay. We got away with the scare there. Shouldn't do that again though. But as I was saying, in Formula 1, you could say perfect undercut window that we were in. However, in this series, it's not how it works. We do not have a great tire advantage now, but we have a much heavier car due to the refueling. They can now do some very quick laps with very light cars, so stopping early is actually a disadvantage. I hoped to make up a bit more ground in the first stint due to starting with a lighter car. I'm not sure how well that has worked though. Okay, the first other GT3 car is in the pits now, Danny Formal. It's just a GTD. Oh, but he's been in the pits for quite a long time now already, and I'm just about to enter the start-finish straight. I'm a bit worried, to be honest. Because you can see, my laps are obviously slower than what I managed to do before the pit stop. Thanks to the... oh, and there he is. We are only just ahead of Danny Formal. That is not good, is it? I think we're about to be overcut by a lot of them. And now the moment of truth. Jordan Pepper is in as well. We were one spot ahead of him before the pit stops. He can do a shorter pit stop because he doesn't need as much fuel as I did for my pit stop. Oh, he's at the pit exit already. I think we lost out big time. Damn it. Just ahead of Sarah Bovey. Jordan Pepper is gone. Can't see him. No, I can't see him. Oh, that was a poor strategy. Remember that for the next one. The underfueling to make up ground at the beginning does not work. It did work at Laguna Seca because I was able to run to get to the front early and then run away from them. But this time, oh dear, it's not looking good. I mean, we were catching up to Matt Bell quickly, but I guess he doesn't have his tires up to temperature. Even though it is not necessary, the AI switches tires also on the changes tires also on the pit stop. They wouldn't have to, but they still do. I do so because the game is bugged and it doesn't let me only refuel. But I guess like that it's fair for all of us. It's like a mandatory tire change then. Matteo Cressoni is ahead of us. Wow. That strategy is even poorer than I originally thought. Did everyone stop already? Because then, holy moly, that has been a poor choice. Now we're passing Matt Bell. Staying alongside, braking late for this one. It's a good move, but if we want any result today, we need to do this a couple of times. But hey, the good thing is, I haven't spun yet. If I'm not mistaken, and I fear I am not, we are second to last in GTD Pro. Ahead of us, Matteo Cressoni, he's in 6th. Oh, now I'm getting in the way of Xiao Barbosa. Very sorry. Who is leading in LMP2 in the only Ligier. Oh! Get in there, my friend. At least that is something that makes me a bit happy about this race. My situation, I cannot describe as happy at all. But here we're getting... I thought we would be getting a run on Cressoni, but for now I'm just letting the Riley Orica through. It's a bit of a messy situation. We are alongside Cressoni. We are. Oh, and at least we've passed him again. It's not the Lambo I want to be ahead of. Well, of course I also want to be ahead of that Lambo, but I'd much rather be ahead of Jordan Pepper. 6.5 minutes still to go. The next guy is another GTD Pro. More somewhat good news, Nicky Katzberg, but he's still a couple of seconds away. You can barely see him. Oh, now very good news. Katzberg is being held up in a battle of his own. The LMP2s are coming in for another round of pit stops. Which means at least I think we should be fine in terms of traffic, I say, as I almost cut across the Tire Motorsports LMP2, who will now have, oh, not that much of a tough job to get past the guys ahead. Ketzberg is being held up by the Turner Motorsports BMW. There is an opening, as I think they're all taking it rather slowly because of the approaching LMP2s. I take it, no questions asked. Oh, running in the back of the MDK Porsche there. Oh no, would you take a look at that? That group ahead of us, there are 2 more GTD pros in there. Madison Snow and, crucially, Jordan Pepper. They are battling. Let's see if I can get involved. The last minute of this race is started. This could be the final lap, but definitely it will only be 2 laps maximum. Ooh, as I run off the road there. Of course, all in an effort to let João Barbosa by. That was the main motivation behind that. Oh. But hang on. Now it all comes down to whether this is the last lap or not. The question is, has Paul Di Resta crossed the line already? Or will he cross it now? Oh, more traffic-induced chaos. We're past Jarrett Andretti. Whoa! Oh! Oh, Snow, you... Ah, you... Can't even think of an insult. He blocked me to let Pepper through. Oh, that Lamborghini paycheck coming together nicely, is it, huh? Oh, and of course it was the final lap. Ah! Ultimately, where have I finished? Well, you're about to see right now, because I'm still not quite sure. It was a bit of a chaotic one. Well, and before I get even more confused about this race, let's look at the race results. Paul Di Resta wins for United Autosport ahead of Compunk and our teammate PJ Hyatt in LMP2. João Barbosa in the Sol Léger in the end only managed 4th because he had to do 1 more pit stop just as everyone behind them. So Di Resta, Compunk and Hyatt on the winning strategy there. Oliver Jarvis for the Pfaff Motorsports McLaren wins this race in GTD Pro. Quite the impressive feat and very important for the championship as well, because Antonio Garcia only finished 2nd. Misha Goikberg wins in GTD, and then on the second page we only finish 5th in the GTD Pro class. Well, and what does this mean for the championship standings? Well, let's start with LMP2, and boy oh boy, what a championship this is so far in this class. The top 4 are all within 10 points of each other. This is the minimum gap that is even possible with the point system being the way it is. So, quite crazy this one. This will be very exciting in the last races of the season. More important for us though, and this is what I meant, that it was very important that Jarvis won this race. Antonio Garcia is now our main championship challenger, and the gap is down to just 30 points. Jordan Pepper has dropped down to P3 now, but he's still not out of the picture either. In GTD, of course, with another win, Misha Goikberg is still in the lead here, ahead of Jarrett Andretti and Philip Ellis. And that has been it for round 6 of the IMSA Sports Car Championship 2024. The next race will take place at Road America, and we will be back to a full grid there again. So subscribe to not miss that, leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and I hope to see you all the next time. Until then, goodbye.